Ask yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcart. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
Boom! Bam!
Boom, bam, bam. Hello, hello.
What's going on? Hey, look at us. We're lucky.
Am I on the right show? Am I on the Launch Your Merch Challenge again or what?
Exactly. No, you're supposed to say, I say boom, bam, and Candace goes boom, bam, bam, and you go, and then you say boom, bam, bam, bam.
Bam.
Where you just say wazam. But hello, welcome everybody.
Bam's all the way around. You know what I haven't done for a while that I like to do this crazy stuff? You want to know one of the things that we're all about? You guys want to know what we're all about? You ready? Here's what we're all about.
Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? I walked into this hotel today. I have a sweatshirt on that says my name across the front, and I have a hat on that says my name across the back. Sirhan here, just in case you see me. Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? Why would I ever walk down the street advertising someone else's logo? I'm a salesperson. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a brand before I'm a broker, and you all are too. Every single one of you should have sweatshirts and hats with your own names on it. It's not that hard. You should go and do it. Because you know what that's going to do? It's going to reinforce, not just in everybody else's mind, but in your own mind, that you are a CEO that's way bigger than you were. I do that to reinforce it to myself. And it fucking works. And I've been doing it for a long time. And then it starts to transcribe over to social, over to media, and then everything else we do.
Boom, boom, boom. I have to play that every once in a while.
Yes.
Frozen.
Well, hi everyone. Well, he says he's frozen, but hi everyone. Put in the chat, say hello, where you're tuning in from. I have not been here in a while with you guys, so I'm excited to be here with you and also see everyone where everyone's tuning in from and say hi.
And look, you guys notice something? It's first day ever you've seen me without wearing some Launchcart merch. I have no Launchcart merch within reaching distance. Oh, yes, I do, right over there.
I wouldn't,
right over there.
I wouldn't even admit that. That's kind of, embarrassing.
After playing that video, I feel embarrassed. It's like, come on, people. It's like,
well, Launchcart was at the Masters event, so we were sponsoring that TPI event. So, and you got your Masters hat, so I'll let that slide.
I got my favorite T-shirt.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Well, what are we getting into today, boys?
Yeah, so I think we'll get into our mindset minute first. We'll go around the room and do a mindset minute. And then after that, we're going to do a little bit of a store makeover on the entrepreneur swag store, which needs a bit of help on the homepage. And then after that, we're going to talk a little bit about launch ads and maybe do a quick demo on launch ads, which is our featured product for this month. So that's the agenda. So hopefully you guys are okay with that, Greg and Candace.
Yes. Awesome.
Are you ready to do the mindset minute?
I'm ready.
All right, take it away. It's all you.
Yeah. So for today's mindset minute, I'll just say is my famous quote. And I even have a shirt called Progress Over Perfection. Right. And so this is a long game, guys. I've been in business on and off for 20 years, not as long as Greg, but for 20 years. And it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And, you really need to recognize your small wins along the way and really acknowledge those wins, right? Because that's what's going to sustain you in those tough times. And in my experience, there's no such thing as failures. There's only lessons learned. And the last thing I'll say is you only truly fail when you give up, right? And so when you're launching your e-commerce store, it's a progression, right? and you have your foundation, you get your store built, and then really it comes down to really two other things: marketing and having a good CRM system. And we help you out with both. So that's my mindset minute, is just progress over perfection. I didn't wear that shirt today, but yeah, that's one of my favorite quotes. I've been saying that for like 20 years. So
Yes. I love that. I've been saying progress over perfection as well. And it's true. You only fail if you give up, because there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be obstacles, and there's always going to be a lesson to be learned. And it's just going to be your stepping stone into the next into the next chapter. So I love that, Justin. That was
No,
a great.
I love it. Like you got to take that mindset, like literally write that down, and then the progress over perfection is a great, it's a great energy boost, right? Going, okay, I don't have to be perfect. There's a lot of people that have to be perfect. Some of them start with C and then with the E and
Yeah, but you know what? There's some people who just don't have any type of perfection or any type of quality, just quantity.
So you get the father-daughter going, you never know what's going to happen here. But what Justin also said was there's no such thing as failure, just an opportunity to learn. That is significantly important. Why? Because that affects your self-esteem. And as you continue to make progress and you continue to make progress, you build up your self-esteem. And you want to build up your self-esteem, and you want to do things that continue to build up your self-esteem. So don't ever beat yourself up because you feel like you failed. You actually just made progress and you've learned something. So that's really good stuff. Okay. You guys ready to get started? I don't know who's playing with the controls. We got 3 people controlling stuff now. So the first thing I want to do today, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to look at a site. And if anyone has a site they want us to do a makeover or critique, a little hot seat, put your domain in the chat. Like you guys are on YouTube, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and if you want us to like look at your site, let's do the hot seat today. Between me and Candace and Justin, we'll look at your sites. Just put your domain in the link. We'll see it and we'll go from there. In the meantime, while we're doing that, I am going to show you Entrepreneur Hour. And we had talked to Justin about Entrepreneur. This is actually Justin's store. And Justin was going to work on getting a logo that was more rectangular because the square logo is kind of a little bit difficult. And actually, let me log in real quick. I don't want you guys to see his password. So let me do that. And we'll go to there. Okay. So one of the things that we're seeing is there's no products on the homepage. There's no products on this page. And so let's just go to the homepage. And another thing I'll point out that doesn't really matter if he gets a custom domain, but look how long his domain is. The Entrepreneur Hour Savvy Swag. Now, Justin, you should get a custom domain and make that smaller. And if you don't do a custom domain, you should definitely make it smaller or shorter, right? So we're going to come in here to his back office, and we're going to go to Appearance. We're going to go to Theme Editor. We're going to go to Customize his theme. And then we're going to go to Homepage on the left here. And then we're going to go to Show Featured Products, right? So that toggle switch right there, Show Featured Products. And when I toggle that on, it gives me a search products box, and I can do the trucker cap. I can do the data-driven marketer. I can do the short sleeve t-shirt. But you can see he didn't, Justin, you didn't do the homework we gave you. I'm going to add you to.
I didn't do my homework. I'm a bad student because, I've been focusing on other campaigns and sales and, all that stuff. But yeah, duly noted.
Because what we talked about last week, everybody, is we talked about you should never have a product named short sleeve t-shirt, right? You shouldn't have a product named short sleeve t-shirt.
You want that in the product, but you want to have the design name, the artwork name, so people who are more like, they like to read more than looking at photos. They could visually see, oh, okay, progress over perfection. Oh, I like that saying. Oh, it's a short sleeve tee. Okay, I could wear that. it's summer. I could wear a short sleeve tee. So yeah, it's very important to add the artwork or design title in the title.
And does that help for SEO as well?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yep.
And for those of you who don't know what SEO is, it stands for search engine optimization, for those people that are tuning in that may not know what that term is. So
it means if someone's on Google searching, progress over perfection, or maybe they're searching progress over perfection, there could be a chance that product is shown, and then be like, oh, I want to buy that. I love that.
And then I wanted to show you guys something else that Candace had our virtual assistant do, and she had them add a banner on the collection page. Now, this was done with some special custom CSS code, but it's a nice little touch. Looks really, really nice on mobile. And so I want to say, let's see, we did one there. I'm not sure where one here. So we were going to kind of see how it looks. And I think Candace is going to coach him on doing images for all collections. But that is a nice little touch, right? What did you think, Candace? Did you like the way it turned out and the way it looks?
Yeah, it's my first time seeing it. So it looks nice.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, and then on mobile, which I don't know if I can do mobile. Do I have my mobile emulator here anymore? I used to have this little Chrome extension that made it turned into a mobile phone, but I think I got rid of that. I didn't get that on my new computer. On mobile, it looks really, really nice too. Okay, so anybody got a store that they want us to critique, hot seat, review, give you some what we call plussing, where we're going to plus it and help give you some tweaks and some things that would help you have a better, more effective, higher converting store.
Thank you. I can't take credit for the banners. Those were actually created and delivered from the client. I just told our VA to add them to the store, but those are some great looking banners. Yeah. So yes, there's a little bit delay watching the live stream. So is there anyone here who wants their store in the hot seat, that wants to be reviewed and, told how you can, optimize it, make it look a little bit more, a little bit more aesthetically pleasing? I love the word aesthetic. If not, do you guys have if no one shares a store, do we have a store that we can review? Oh, I see one popped on. conatdeals.com. Let's see if we can pull that up. Oh, okay. I'm already liking the big banner. Okay, so there's a little slideshow. This is why this is one of the reasons why I like this theme, is I like that you can have a big banner. That is nice. Okay, so I haven't done this, you guys. I haven't been here with you. So walk me through how we start plussing.
Well, you want to share your screen and control it. Basically, we're just kind of going through and trying to give your all your touches. But look what they've done. Well, okay, so let's just do this. So I'll do one, and then you can do one. So I love the beginning, and I love the initial impression and the feeling that this gives me. I don't really care for this logo because KD, you have a lot of white space here, which is where the logo could fill up. And again, I always show people one of the my computer just locked. That was weird. My whole computer just went by. But see how Candace is on Dope Mamas, how big that logo is and how much real estate it takes up. See, you have all this real estate right here that you could be having your logo and your brand and imprinting that memory on them. So I think it's really important that you do put a logo here. And so far, that's really all I'm seeing.
Yeah. So just to piggyback off of that, I do love your icon. I would consider that an icon, right? That's an icon that can be put as a favicon, that can be put on your apparel, whether it's on a sleeve or in the inside tag. So I would just suggest putting, your full name, your full logo name, Co-Nat Deals. So you can utilize that full space. So it has your name there as well.
Yeah.
And then
and notice that the background color is yellow on a white background. I don't think that looks good either.
yeah, we always recommend to use a transparent logo. So it just isn't transparent maybe. And then also what I would notice is, so the very first slide, it says women's collection, everything for every woman out there. So this mock-up is familiar. I'm assuming it's from a Printful mock-up, which they've come out with a lot of new mock-ups, so they're actually really great. So I do love this, but the thing is I can't see the product that you're selling because I'm pretty sure you're not selling the skirt. If you are, then you can keep it. But I think you're selling the t-shirt. So that's also just like, real estate. This is a banner as a place to show off your products. It's that first impression, like what can they find? So I would definitely create a banner that's, from the very first few seconds, showing off some of the products that you offer in your store. Like the kids one, that's good. I'm awesome. Okay. So I clearly can see the design. I could read the design. And then let's look at these. So what I would suggest too, going back to the homepage, is going back to the homepage. Let's go back there really quick. It says women's collection, everything for every woman out there. Now, if you're only serving women, then I would like that. But if that's your main banner, I would probably explain, in the header, who you are and who you're here to serve. And that subheader could be, everything for every woman, kid out there, whoever, basically a subtext of who you're serving. Because right now I might think if I come here, okay, this is a store just for women's, if I didn't even make it to the kids slide or the men's slide. So like if you go to Dope Mamas really quick, just to give an example, I put Dope Mamas official merch, rock motherhood in style, join our supportive, non-judgmental community. So you want to know where I got that from? ChatGPT. So all I would suggest is I would go to ChatGPT. I would say, hey, this is my online merch store. It's called Co-Nat Deals. I'm creating a banner image. For the very first banner, what's a header and subheader that I can use? And then give it some information about your store so it can create you an accurate description. And the other two are good because you're kind of just explaining the other collections that you have. Kids Home, find exactly what you're looking for. Grab your deals. I might say Kids Collection versus Kids Home. Men's clothing deals. Find the perfect style that fits you. That's good as well. I just want you guys to, make sure when you're creating these banners and you're utilizing the header and subheader that they're still very intentional, that there's a call to action, and that it's still going to help your potential customer navigate the store. Okay, now let's scroll down. So the featured products. Okay, so the featured products, you have men's, kids, and women. So this is another place just to showcase what you have to offer. So for the men's, you're showing just a face, right? Which I get it. You're showing a men's face. So what I would do is go create some mock-ups of or grab the mock-ups with men wearing your products and share that in that men. Same thing with kids. It's really zoomed in. So I don't even really know what I'm looking at for the kids. So if you can go back to we're going to stay looking at that. The kids, I can't really see, right, what that is. So once again, you can use, I wouldn't use the same image that you use on your banner because it's already there. I would use another mock-up with another kid wearing it. And then with women's, you put moms are the best. So if I don't know where I'm shopping, I might think, okay, this is only for moms, even though it says women's. So I would just showcase a couple different products, but zoom out, showing maybe a woman wearing it, a kid wearing it, men's. You can go to Dope Mamas. Let me see what I have on Dope Mamas.
Okay, and let's see what we did here too. Let's go here for a second.
So on here, those were, collections, hats, 4th of July. So on collections, we have just, it shows that you're going to find unisex products and hats. It's a girl wearing a hat. 4th of July, you can see it's very patriot friendly. Cherie says, I didn't realize you could do this much. Mine is super basic, but I have a general website too. So here's the thing. It's like, I think with Launchcart, we are a more simpler platform, but there's still these little elements and little tips and tricks that you can do to really elevate the look and feel of your store. All these little details matter because that's what's going to set you apart from your competitors. That's going to set you apart from the other stores out there. And it's also going to give your customer a great first impression and help them navigate to where they want to go.
And keep in mind, we're experts at this. So you maybe you're new, maybe you're just starting, just your first store. And so that's why we do these calls, to try to transfer some knowledge, to transfer some wisdom, to help you kind of grasp a little bit of a concept that's going to increase your sales, increase your conversions on the website. And even something like this. I know babies are statistically and proven one of the most proven like scroll stoppers or emotional grabbers, right? Because we all love babies. But when you cut off the baby head, I'm not sure I would do that. I would on the banner here, I'd probably leave the baby head in there and zoom out a little bit, so I really get that emotional pull of the baby. So little things that like this, from a branding perspective, you just get better and better and better at. Okay. Now let's go to the products, and the same thing we were just talking to Justin about. Baby short sleeve one piece, cuffed beanie, travel mug with a handle. So Candace, give them how your naming convention.
Yeah. So once again, the titling matters. There are some people who are visual who will look right at the photo, and that might make it enough for them to click on the image. There's some people like my mom who, will read all the words and all the text. I'm a visual person. I like imagery. My mom likes text. So there's a lot of people out there who are like that. They go to image, they read the text. So the titling and the text matter for that. And then just like Justin mentioned, for the SEO. So you want to utilize all these, things to just help your customer find exactly what they're looking for or what they might be looking for. And also because some people who are visual like myself, I might, if you go back to the homepage, that baby short sleeve one piece, just due to, the image, it's kind of hard to see the product, like the product design, which there's not really much you can do, like scroll down. There's not much you can really do there because that's what gets pushed over from Printful. But how do you make up for that is you give it a title. So whatever you want to name that designer artwork, you're going to, let's just say, let's move on to the cuffed beanie. I can see what that says. That says love. I would do the title. Okay, so go back.
Just to give you, I'm just giving an example of your site, right?
Yeah.
So okay, what do you want?
Okay.
Here, you share your screen. Then you can control.
Okay.
You have more. Candace is the real expert. We just pretend.
No, I'm just nitpicky in a good way, you guys. But it's because I want you guys to have, these beautiful optimized stores. I took what I learned from my dad and I just, surpassed him.
That's a fact.
Okay, so right here, it's love, right? So I would put, love, the design artwork name, love. Write this down, you guys. So design artwork name, and then dash to break up the, the type of product and the naming of the product. And then I would do sizing. In this case, I would assume it's unisex. So you can put unisex, you don't have to put unisex, but you would put dash cuffed beanie. So for this one, let's just say this was said love on the onesie. It'd go love, baby, that's the sizing, right? Short sleeve one piece. So this one, I'm not really sure that this says, I think, let's see what this is. Good luck. You would put good luck dash, keep the unisex. Is it unisex? Is it woman? Is it men's? Is it youth? Is it baby? And then premium sweatshirt. And then just because I'm here really quick, I don't know if this design looks well on the charcoal heather. I can barely see the good luck. So make sure that when you're creating products that you're picking the colors, the variants that complement your design. So we can go back to Dope Mamas and I can share visually what it looks like once you name it. Dope Mamas. So on Dope Mamas, so on mine though, I actually don't do, I guess I did it for some. See, I need to be more consistent. I kind of switched it out. I wasn't putting the size. I wasn't putting women's or men's or unisex because all I do is serve is women's and mamas. But I put, the artwork name behind every Dope Mama is a car seat dash to break it up so it's easy on the eye. And then I put the type of the product. Now, if I had a store that I was serving, unit like men and women and kids and all that, I would then put, men or women's, because then now it's going to help the consumer go, oh, okay, men's, that's not for me. Or, oh, maybe it is for me. And then same thing, hat, short sleeve tee. So something else to note, with Printful and Printify, they're not consistent with their naming conventions, meaning that they have, over like 20 different type of t-shirts, right? Some are short sleeve tee, some are short sleeve t-shirt, some are t-shirt. So I would pick one. Which one are you going to stick with? Short sleeve tee, short, or what did I say? Short TEE or T or T, it's kind of hard to share, but I always use short sleeve tee. So I make sure that all my t-shirts, even if they're different, types, that they all are the same. Same thing with like hoodie or crew neck sweatshirt. Are you putting a sweatshirt or crew neck sweatshirt? So make sure you're consistent with, just the type of product, because Printful and Printify, they'll have literally like 10 of the same type of products, but just 10 different naming conventions. And the reason why...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and the reason why I'm nitpicky about this is because I want you guys to all create beautiful brands. And I've done my own market research, and the really big brands out there, that's something that I've noticed, that they have been very consistent with their naming convention and their titling. So it's just, a little tiny element that maybe not most people will notice, but, there are people who notice. And then it's just, once again, it's always going to help the customer journey, help them locate what they're looking for.
Yep. Okay, so, and the other thing, and going back to her screen, where to go, is go back to their site. One of the things that we always coach people on, this is a copywriting given on everything you do. See how unisex premium sweatshirt, you have a capital U, a capital P, and a capital S. Go back to the store, and you'll see there's other products where they're all lowercase. And some are all lowercase, some are all upper. Now, in this theme, it makes them all uppercase. But if you go into the product, I noticed that one of the products that I clicked on, it didn't have that.
Okay,
See, here you go.
So that is true. And see, this goes back to Printful and Printify not being consistent, because this is getting pushed over. I know it is. This is getting pushed over from Printful. So that's when you are in Printful or Printify and you're on that step where it says, edit that title, and exactly. It's just, once again, these little things make your store just stand out that much more. Capitalize the letter of each word. This is something that I see as a very common, I wouldn't say mistake, but I would say a common thing that we notice that people aren't doing. But, it's just putting intention into your store.
Yeah, it's like attention to detail, right?
And then also right here, something that I do. So let's say this design, you're like, okay, flower, floral. Like, you guys, you can also, if you don't know like what to name your design, go into ChatGPT, explain the design, tell them, give them detail, and be like, can you help me name this product? I need like a short, design name, and they'll help you. But let's just call this like floral, right? You would put floral dash all over print long sleeve mini dress. Now, this already has a dash here. That can just, I know this from experience because I'm one of those customers. The multiple dashes can hurt my eye. So if there are multiple dashes that, were pushed to your store from the other products, if you can remove it, remove it. So I would just put floral dash all over print. Like I would just delete this and just have a space. All over print long sleeve midi dress. Yeah.
Hey, go to the footer real quick. I want to make a comment on the footer. I think you did a great job on the footer. I love the way the footer looks. The icons on the left. Well, first of all, let me point this out. They put a phone number, which we recommend, right? And if you have Launch CRM, make sure you get your phone number through Launch CRM and put your phone number that you can give out there to the public, and set up missed call text back. So if somebody calls, it'll automatically text them back. I love how they put the address, right? It's got a street address in Calgary. So how much trust does that portray? A lot. That portrays a lot of trust. So that good job there. That's fantastic. But now click on Facebook on the top Facebook icon. I will try to maybe do some of these icons, make them a little bit bigger, but something's wrong here. If you look at the URL, it went to Facebook and then ConantDeals.com.
So it's supposed to probably be not a .com. My cursor's not working. Oh no. You gotta click it again. You probably gotta remove this .com.
So again, here's the point: is you've done a great job on a lot of stuff. Just a little bit of tweaking, and it's going to be night and day. And then make sure you always test your links. Like always test your links. And then when you're ready to go buy from yourself. Like you need to experience what your customers experience. right? Go to your store, buy something, see the emails you get, see the confirmation emails you get. You might want to edit those. Get your custom review. Make sure you give yourself a review. Like, you need to experience how it all works.
Yeah. And then just to reiterate, once again, adding the phone number or address, if you don't have that and you can't do that, that's fine. But like we mentioned, you can get a phone number through the CRM. But these do build trust and credibility, especially because, once again, maybe someone's searching for a floral dress on Google, right? And since it's in your title and you have it in your description, they come across your store and they're like, oh my gosh, I love this dress. I would totally wear this. But they're like, wait a second, I've never heard of this store. Or am I going to receive my product? Because there's a lot of scammy businesses out there. Let me do some research. Okay, they got social media links. Let me go do some social proof. Oh, they got a phone number. Okay, so now I know if I don't receive my product, there's a phone number here and an address just in case I need to go, hunt these people down and contact them. So that's how a customer thinks what coming to a store they've never shopped out. They look for these elements to make sure that it's a more trusted website, online store, and that if something were to happen, they can easily contact and figure out what's going on. So that's why that's important.
That was a great pro tip right there from Candace, guys. So the buyer psychology, I could teach a whole space. I could teach a whole hour on this topic alone. So there's a whole buyer psychology that people go through to the point of purchase, right? So as Candace said, they're skimming the website. They're looking at those trust seals that we have built in to the LaunchCart e-commerce platform. And then, when they're deciding to finally, it meets all their criteria and their checklists in their head, right? Like, okay, this is a trustworthy brand. There's an address. So they're going through this process because they're in a buying mindset, right? So some people go to websites and they're just browsing, right? They're not in the buying mindset, right? So the second someone comes to your website, you want them to be in that buying mindset. And that's a completely different psychological shift that people make. So yeah, good call out there, Candace. Yeah. And yeah, because the second that someone puts out their credit card, and to Greg's earlier point, like I literally bought my own products because I wanted to experience, I wanted to go through the user journey and the user experience of, okay, if I'm a customer shopping on my store, what does that experience look like when I pull out my credit card and I pay? Is that a seamless process? The less friction you have, the better, right? So the less steps you make people go through to buy from you, the better, right? And so that's called really simplifying the user journey and the user experience and making it a frictionless process. So yeah. Really, really great stuff there, Candace.
Yeah. No, yeah, I love that. And once again, like that's all these little things and what Justin just shared, my dad shared, making sure it's a seamless experience is so your customer will come back because they have a great impression. And, we've talked about in past trainings how, if you have an in-person store, it is very easy to create that emotional connection. It's easy to give them a great experience. So it's like, how can you do that online? And these are the ways with these little trust seals, with, what you have on the checkout page, which we'll get to in a minute, with how they receive their product, right? So those are the things that can create a happy customer where they'll come back and shop at your store and they'll refer your store to their friends and family. I'm very grateful for the insight. Yes. Okay, so let's keep going. So going back to my screen.
Francine said she posted a link in, but I can't find it, Francine.
I don't.
Yeah, so you have to post it again for us. Or Slack me. Is it the authentic baby boomer?
Not sure. So I'm gonna get back to sharing my. How do I bring my screen back up? Let's do this or this. Okay. So something else that is overlooked that I see in a lot of our users' store is some of you guys are not utilizing the navigation feature at all, and some of you, like Conat Deals, you are, which is great. But it's like, let's add to it. Okay. So you have home, shop all, category, and contact. So what you have is a great start. Now, what I would suggest, I have to look at your categories right now, is that you add maybe men's up there. You add women's, you add kids, and then maybe add mugs and accessories. So typically what I like to do is I'll add there's main categories and subcategories, right? So I can see she has apparel, which is a main category. And then under that, she has a subcategory as a subcategory, which is cool. I don't know if you guys knew that you could have literally like, you can keep building off of these categories. So, you could put apparel, but since I know you have products for women's, men's, and kids, I would put that up here. So those who are shopping at your store for the first time, they can easily navigate. Okay, I need to be in the men's section. Great, I don't need to see anything else because that's all I'm shopping in here. All I want to do is browse or buy in the men's department. So I probably put home, shop all, and then put like men's, women's, kids, and then you could put mugs and accessories because those are the main categories, right? I probably would remove category because that comes, it looks like, to apparel and men's. And when I'm shopping at your store, I don't really even know what that means. So I might not even click it to get there. And if I do click it and get there, I might be like, oh, okay, this isn't for me. It's men's. If I get lost or if I get confused, our attention span these days as humans, it's very short. So it's like, how can we make sure that we're keeping them intrigued? So just to recap what we talked about, because I know we're going over a lot. There's a lot of great things, Natalia. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly, that you've done. I think this is your store. So there's a lot of great things. You have a great start. Now it's just building off of it and just elevating it, right? So like I said, just to recap, we're going to add more to your navigation. We're going to update these banners with, the main image showing off product. We're going to edit and optimize these headers and subheaders. And my advice is using ChatGPT, right? Next, scrolling down, just going to the featured categories and just using different images that really showcase each collection that you had selected right here. Scrolling down to featured products is just going and elevating and optimizing all of your product titles to be very consistent when it comes to, just the uppercase, when it comes to putting your design in here, adding the dashes. Is it unisex? Is it women? Is it men's? So far, that's where we're at. I think I would like to move on to the checkout page if you have that edited, but is there anything else that we're missing? Well, Justin and my dad, they just left me.
No, I'm here.
No, sorry,
I'm here.
that was the nursing home that called, and I had to take that call.
Okay, I was just saying, is there anything else that we want to talk about or go over until we move on to the checkout page?
Yeah, we can move on to the checkout page, and then I definitely want to answer a couple questions about some of our plans, and then touch on a summer special we have going for the Done For You stores. So
okay, yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so before I get to the checkout page, I just noticed something. I see this is a black glossy mug. There's no design on it, which maybe you are just selling a plain black glossy mug, but just in case, make sure you add a design to this, just in case you did want to sell something with a design. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add something to your cart, and we're going to see if you optimized your checkout page. Okay, so let's see. Update cart, add to cart, or proceeded to checkout. I'm not used to this thing. Okay, so you already had a great start so far. This is amazing because most people don't have any of this right here. So you've added your logo, you've added a scarcity timer, right? This is making sure when your customer comes in, they're like, okay, I really want this. I got to get it now because my order is reserved for 4 minutes. And then you've added some trust seals, which is really big. But just go back to our initial comment is I would create your logo that says Conat Deals and leverage, the full rectangular place, like the slot that you have. Okay, and then make it transparent. So you even added a image down here, which is great. So I'm going to go to my store really quick, just so I can give you some side by side. So you guys, for those who don't know, the checkout page is where it's the make it or break it. Did your customer add something to their cart? Did they get to the cart? And are they going to pull out that credit card, like Justin said, and put in that information and click complete purchase? So it's like, that's why optimizing and editing your checkout page is so huge. And it's one of my favorite features that LaunchCart has, meaning LaunchCart's one of the only platforms, e-commerce platforms, that lets you edit the checkout page. And actually, I digress. Shopify does let you do that, our competitor alternative, but you have to be on their $2,000 a month plan to edit the checkout page. So, we want to serve you in the best way we can. So we're like, how can we really serve our community? Those who are getting started, those who are rocking and growing. And we're like, we want them to edit the checkout page. So you're able to do that on our liftoff plan, which is $27 a month. So really quick, just comparing, you're at a great start. But what I would do to go the extra mile is I would create an image. I would make it just a square image, 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. And I would showcase some of your products because I've coached. And the reason why I'm reiterating or really going to be intentional with this is because I've coached this and I've seen some of you guys do this, but you're not showcasing products that were in your store. I would just, once again, showcase some products of your store. So it's like a reminder of why they're shopping here and why they might come back. Because, chances are the image that you use showing off your product, maybe that's not in their cart, but they might see it and go, oh, I'm going to come back a different time because I really love that shirt. So make sure you're still showcasing off your products and add a sweet little message. On this store, I put, thank you for your love and support. They haven't even bought yet, but I'm trying to be psychological, right? I'm like, thank you. I'm showing my gratitude because I'm not in person. I can't be at an in-store boutique or an online store and say thank you in person. So it's like, how can I do it virtually? And this is one of the ways that I found to do it. This is actually one of my own little personal hacks that I created that I found that has helped us create, that emotional connection with my potential buyer. So just like you did, you have the logo, the scarcity timer, you added the trust seals. This is so important because once again, someone who's never shopped at your store, this right here is building that trust. Like, okay, it says secure payments, safe and secure, SSL encrypted. I really don't even know what that means, but it sounds good. So I feel safe enough to give my money. I see Stripe, I see MasterCard, I see Visa. I actually know all those credit cards. So, okay, if they accept that and it's secure, I should be able to put my money in here. And if anything goes wrong, I'm good to go. So that's why it's important to have an image like that.
Yeah, and that SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer. That means basically tech speak for very secure.
Yes. See, I know that now being with Launchcart, but prior, I don't know, but I've seen it. But like as someone who's like a consumer, I'm like, I don't know, it sounds good, right? I'm like, sounds safe. But thanks, Justin. So like I said, just to reiterate, I would create an image. I like how you added the trust seal down below. Something else I would really utilize is creating order bumps and upsells. So this is my order bump that anytime someone adds a small business mama tea, the system triggers and it says, okay, I'm going to show them this journal. And so I've put add the matching journal plus free affirmation ebook. Let your tea and journal let your journal and tea be a conversation starter wherever you are. You have a small business, so talk about it and represent it. Yes, add to my cart. And they're going to save 20%. So this is really huge. And once again, another feature that I love about Launchcart is there's literally built in, this is called order bump and upsells. So this right here, if someone shops at my store and they add this, I just increased my AOV, average order value, about $12 or $13. So I just made more money by simply just adding one little element to my store. That took me literally 5 minutes to create because Launchcart makes it super easy.
And I like the idea of creating a digital product that you can throw in with a lot of your products. So I remember Candace and I, we were doing stuff with Bethany Frankel and Skinny Girl. We used to run that Skinny Girl brand and we sold white jeans. And so we created this book that we put a value on it of $7. And we said, get the ebook, How to Keep Your White Jeans White, right? And so it's like, what digital product, like let's say you're selling products for babies and kids. Maybe it's an ebook on how to, keep your kids safe from the chemicals in your house, right? Because like, okay, if they're buying a product for a baby onesie, they have a baby. So what digital product can you put together that they give you, whether it's the extra $3, $4, $5, $10, right? And throw it in the cart and give it an extra value.
And so actually the reason why I did this specifically with this journal is because print on demand journals, unfortunately, like their wholesale is pretty high. Like I think the wholesale is like $10 maybe. Well, no, if I Okay, yeah, I think I made like $10 extra with this. So it might be $10 it's on Printify. So they're a little bit more wholesale. And you know, if you're like me who shops at Target, Walmart, like TJ Maxx, journals are literally so cheap. So I mean, unless you have a really killer, unique design, or you have an amazing like reason for someone to buy a journal, I have noticed it's a little bit harder to like sell from like Printify those journals. Not saying it's impossible, don't get me wrong, because I do know a lot of people who freaking kill it. But I was like, okay, how can I add more value to sell more journals? So I was like, oh, okay, let me add an affirmation ebook and title it free. It's like a bonus. So now it's like, oh, okay, they're getting a journal plus something else. So now I'm like, oh yeah, it's totally worth the $20. So that was just something that I did for myself for my store. It was like, okay, how can I increase sales with my journals? Let me give them an ebook that can go with it, so they can get the ebook, and then which is an affirmation ebook that has like a worksheet, and then when they receive their journal, they can use it to journal their manifestations or affirmations.
Okay, so let's sneak in Francine's website, Candace. I slacked it to you, and let's, because we're coming up on the hour. We're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, so before we get there, let's acknowledge comments. So great tips. Thank you, Candace. Good job. Deidre goes, Candace, I did get my other eagle on my logo. That's awesome, Deidre. You'll have to send me your store so I can look at it. Okay. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So I'm glad that you were loving this. Okay. So let me open Slack. Let me stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, shout out to my Melanin Moods there, a fellow X Tribe member. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Awesome.
Yes.
Are they watching from Twitter X? I mean,
yes.
I guess they must be, huh? And they actually commented from X. Okay, that's good. I thought that wasn't working, but it's working. So we have people on Facebook, we have people on YouTube, we have people on X, formerly Twitter, and so we appreciate every one of you for turning in and learning these little tips, because it just makes life fun, and you get more compliments, you make more sales, you make more money. You ready, Candace?
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
Okay. Okay, so authentic baby boomer. I've seen this store before. So hi, Francine. Okay, so one, I'm loving the color scheme. I'm loving the logo. Authentic baby boomer, faith, freedom, family. I think that looks good. I love that you have the banner. So my only thing right here for your store banner is I'd probably move the mug. This is once again me being like a little nitpicky, but it's just once again to really have your store be, stand out, is I would probably put the mug a little bit closer so there's not so much of a gap. You really want to utilize, really utilize the full space that you can when creating these banners. So I'd probably like move it closer and maybe even add another product if you can. And then right here it says shop here for favorites, the savvy shop here. So I just came to your store. I read the name. It sounds great. I see the colors. It's something I'm in alignment with, right? But I'm like, okay, shop here for favorites. Favorites of what, right? The savvy shop here. I don't really know what that means. So you want to make sure, once again, like you're giving a call to action on who you are and who you are here to serve, right? What type of products? What demographic? You have to get creative. And I'm not the best on the fly. I literally would go use ChatGPT. Scrolling. So same thing, I'd add more detail to the header and subheader, Francine. And then the mug right here. See how it's cut off? So you gotta move that mug in. Like you gotta push it in more so it's not cut off, okay? On mobile, I think it probably looks good on, but on desktop, you gotta move that in. And that's something else that I've seen on a few of our users is they'll create these images that do look great, but they'll be cut off because that's just how this theme is. Like the image cuts off right here on desktop. On mobile, it takes up the full screen, but you still want to make sure it's optimized for desktop. But look, see, I love how it says summer mugs, but utilize that subheader, okay? Same thing with the tote bag. Squeeze that in a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down. Seasonal. So these say seasonal, Francine. So I love that you are pushing your seasonal, but once again, I would showcase your products. Okay. I know these are the designs, but I would now show that design on a product for each of these.
And then go back up to the top just real quick. I want to acknowledge something that everyone should be doing. One of the things that we did when we created LaunchCart, we said, hey, there's certain features that we call must-have features and should-have features. And one of the should-have features that Shopify charges you extra for is the promotional bar. And you can see at the very top, Francine is using the promotional bar. There's no reason that every single one of you is not using a promotional bar, talking about 4th of July sale, talking about getting to save what she's got there. Save 20% for your first order. Use this coupon code. It's something that other people charge for, and it comes right with your plan. So
Yeah,
definitely use that.
and this is like incentive call to action, so that's great. Something actually that I didn't know, unless I exited out really quick, so I do that. Something I didn't notice on Co-Nut Deals or Authentic Baby Boomer is also utilize the pop-up. Okay, so these should be under like the apps and the marketing features. Utilize all the marketing features that we give you guys. So it's order bumps, it's the banner, it's the pop-up. These are all things, once again, that like to get people to come here, click add a product to their cart and click buy. The pop-up, which I exited out on mine for sure. It pops up and it goes, hey, like, wait, like before you go, enter your email and you'll get a 15% off coupon on your first order. So not only am I getting them to stay, I'm hopefully getting their email so I can then market them in the future, and then they get a coupon to buy. So where was I? Okay, so featured products. So I love that you have featured products. So something that I used to not really care about, but now once again through research and just like looking at different stores, you can put one row. You can put multiple rows, but like in Launch Cart, I would suggest put at least 2 rows. So at least 8 products. So now you're showing them just more options of what you're selling. So it keeps them excited and intrigued on to continue to like look at your products and see what you have to offer. So that's just something that I would suggest. But everything else looks good down here. Francine, I know you did some custom CSS, which honestly looks great. My only thing is, see how the subscribe is like flesh? I don't know the code, but I don't know if you know it or you can get someone to help you. I would probably say to like add a white box around subscribe if you can. And even maybe up here, this is supposed to be a button. So I would probably see if you can like say like, hey, make my button white with blue text so it stands out. So if I come over here, just so you guys see what I'm talking about, see how the button really pops. So, and then same right here, the subscribe, see how it's a different color. So something I would definitely do or try to figure out so people know that it in fact is a button. And look, she has her phone number. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to go to more products. Let's see. We're going to look at her navigation. She has shop wall, apparel, accessories. This is great. So she does have all these main categories up here. Let's look at her titling. Hearts and a heart unit. So awesome. She has different, she has her design in her title, and it's all capital, the first letters. This looks great. Except Francine, I'm like, this should look great. You're one of our students. So this is looking great. But see how you have so many amazing products in here? That's why I definitely, coming back to these featured categories, showcase these like different categories that you have and showcase, at least 8 products. Because right now I kind of think that maybe you only have, summer stuff. And, it says authentic baby boomer, faith, freedom, family. I don't even see any designs, with that relate to what your logo is. So definitely showcase some of that. And then something that I realized I didn't point out on the previous store. So this is kind of like, you don't have to do it, but if you want to go the extra mile and you want your store to stand out and you want to make an everlasting impression, I would encourage you to tweak your product description. What I do about print on demand, Printful, and Printify, they do already give you pre-built descriptions, which is great, which it's great, but go the extra mile. Go, say hearts and a heart unisex hoodie, explain what it is and who it's for. Be like the best gift for moms, the best gift for the woman in your life, right? That right there is just a good keyword because people go on Google and they'll be like, gifts for mom, gifts for women, gifts for people who love, gifts for Patriot lovers, right? Gifts for, USA. Like you got to get, once again, I go to ChatGPT, okay? I literally I use it as my assistant. And that's why I would go the extra mile and go to ChatGPT, say, here's my design, copy and paste. Here's the design name. Here's what it looks like. Here's the meaning behind it. Maybe you created a special design and it's very intentional. Give that information to ChatGPT and say, hey, create me, a unique description, like 1 to 2 paragraphs long. And the reason why I say that is sometimes it'll give you a description that's like very long, which that is good for SEO, but you already have some good stuff in here. So I would just, build off of it. And then I would just like copy paste, and I would always keep this, but maybe delete this and add your new one. And actually, wait a second. It looks like you did customize this, because look, this hoodie is made to last and keep you warm for many more Valentine's Day with a convenient pouch pocket and hood for chilly evenings. So I think you did actually customize it, Francine. So that is good. So I just didn't read it. So that's looking great. Okay. So
Awesome. Yeah, this is good, Candace.
I've got one quick comment that I feel really bad that we didn't spend more time on this, but one of the things that we're going to try to do a better job at, and that is helping coach and mentor everybody ahead of time for some of the best times in the world to sell. So summer e-commerce is down for everybody, right? This is the worst time of the year for e-commerce. So with that being said, and the theme of this store, I now hear like a drying machine or washing machine. What happened there? That was weird. I have a big humming noise that just came on. Okay, anyway, is there should be some 4th of July products. There's some designs, right? Everybody should have had some 4th of July products going. It's too late now, right? So again, I'm condemning myself or whatever. I'm scolding myself for not bringing this up 2 months ago. But with that being said, what's the next holiday coming up? What's the next reason you can create 2 or 3 designs, create a little collection, email your database, do some different posts, and be relevant in the market today, right? So, and again, everyone should be planning summer sales and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. So think of whenever there's a holiday, you can run a sale, just like you said. Like we should have been promoting 4th of July if you're here in the States. Back to school is coming up. That is a big buying time. So if you're a store that do sell products to kids or have a kids collection, you can create some back to school products. What's coming up? There's going to be Halloween, Christmas, things like there's so many different, you can literally go to Google, type in like, what are the next upcoming holidays? What are the next, seasonal items I could be launching in my store? We will do a better job of announcing those. Definitely, yeah, you want to, as a store, and this is a good example. So when we used to run Skinny Girl, we would literally plan our promotions and our collections, I think a whole year out. Like I remember we would get the catalogs and we'd be like, okay, this is our summer catalog. Okay, and then for Christmas, we'd get catalogs and we had to pick and choose, the products that we want to launch next year. And we were working with a big celebrity. So the reason being that we did a whole year is because we were planning photo shoots, we were planning marketing materials. So, but even if you're not doing all that, these big productions, you still would want to at least plan out maybe the 6 months, right? Like start planning now for the holidays, because Black Friday is going to be here before we know it, and that's one of the biggest buying weeks and even months now, because Black Friday lasts a whole month now. That'll be up and coming. So start planning, preparing that for yourself, so you're not last minute.
Well,
yeah, can I jump in?
I can make one comment. Doesn't Amazon do like Black Friday summer sale or something like that?
Probably.
Yes, Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Yep. We got Halloween coming up, Thanksgiving. So yeah, get prepared now, guys. Start planning your pre, during, and post launches there, your campaigns. Can I share my screen real quick, Candace? I did want to highlight Sip Rodriguez's question real quick.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then we'll
perfect.
get back to Francine, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay. So real quickly, Sip Rodriguez, thanks for the question. So I want to highlight 2 things that we have right now. So we're actually redoing this whole site right now, Launchcart, believe it or not. And we're really simplifying things and streamlining the user journeys on our plans. So the free plan is going to be disappearing. Greg already announced that earlier this week. So breaking news, the free plan will be disappearing. So if you're not on the free plan, I would encourage you to get on the liftoff plan, because we're going to be really just focusing on the liftoff plan at $27 a month, which you will get everything that's in the scale plan, which is $297 a month right now. Okay. So really you're getting the scale plan and everything that's in the liftoff and the growth plan for only $27 a month. So SIP, if you sign up right now at $27 a month, you'll get all, everything that's going to be in the scale plan. You'll get grandfathered in. And then
again, that's like a summer sale. And it
Yes.
scrolls down. And I don't know if you can make your screen bigger, because again, we see part of the little city and it's not as big, but you're going to get more staff accounts, unlimited pages, unlimited funnels, unlimited products. You get everything. And for $27 a month, you're going to get everything. And that's going to be a big summer sale we're doing.
Yeah, so that's a huge summer sale we're pushing for $27 a month, Sid. So SIP, so make sure you grab that deal. The second question I want to address, and I saw it, I forget who asked it, but if you're too busy, and we're talking to a lot of people right now who went through the Done For You, or went through the Launch Your Merch Challenge a few weeks ago, maybe it's like a month ago now, but they realized like, hey, I don't have 20 hours to put in to do the store, or 25 hours. I mean, Candace would probably do it in like 10. It would take me like 20 hours, but what does it charge for you guys to do my store for you? And that's a really great question. So let me answer that right now. So we have the Done For You merch store services, where we'll actually set up your products, get your designs that you want, do the descriptions, get it all live for you for a price. And that price right now is, the starter is $24.97. This will get you the basic store setup, 15 branded products. Doesn't give you custom domain and pages, but we have a summer special that we're doing right now for $19.97. Right, $19.97. You can get the starter package. That's basically like $1,000 off that I'm offering we're offering just for the summer special. So you get the starter package regularly $24.97. You'll get it for $19.97. So a bit of a discount there. So if you're interested, just email support@launchcart.com. Just mention the summer special and I'll follow up with you personally. And so, yeah, with that, I do have one other announcement I want to make. So you recall we did a store makeover for Dan Roeder, a good buddy of mine on X. And so he's decided to join us next Thursday for kind of an update on his store, and he got his first sale, right? Ooh. So I believe that, celebrating our wins is really important. And especially now that everyone's getting their stores dialed in for summer. And once you hit that first sale, it's a big milestone, right? It's a big celebration, right? Like literally we got to celebrate, throw a party, right? Because that's a significant milestone, and that first sale means everything, because that's the first of many to come, right? And so that changes the momentum, right? So you have your store, it's ready, but you haven't made any sales yet. That's okay. When you make that first sale, boom, it's like sky's the limit. And then when you put some launch ads behind it, boom, you're just going to start scaling and acquiring customers for, a very affordable price. And so, yeah, super excited to have Dan next Thursday. Thank you, Dan, for being open to that. And we'll hear his story about how he generated his first dollar on his e-com store. So
that's awesome.
Thanks, Candace.
Yes, that's awesome. Great. Okay, well, great announcements. The Done For You special, that's an exciting special. And also, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys listening though who maybe don't need the full, we're doing some, what's it called, store reviews, people who've already built their store. So if you already built your store and you want to maybe get a revamp, because we have a revamp package, it's, message support, and we'll talk to you and we can discuss that as well. If you already built your store, you already built products, but you're noticing, oh my gosh, I messed up all my titles, I didn't do the product images, I didn't do the categories, I didn't do the nav bar, we can also work with you on that as well. So definitely message support and be like, what's the deal with the revamp special?
I just realized I got to jump on a call, guys. So I got to
okay.
out, so
okay,
all right, thanks Greg, thanks Candace. Hey, Coach Candace, man, you guys were in great hands today. Me and Greg were just riding back seat, so you guys were in really great hands. Hopefully we can get Coach Candace back again.
Tell everybody what I texted you.
What did you text
about
me?
Candace?
Oh, Candace is way better than me and you on this stuff. Yes, She is. Yes,
Is
absolutely.
that why, Justin, you messaged me saying, can you come on? Not my dad. He was like, she'll say yes to you. No, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of the show. And I know you guys are wrapping up, but I got to jump on a sales call. All right. Thanks, guys.
No, I'm so proud of you, Candace. And it's like I listen to you and your marketing skills, your vernacular, your language, your communication skills is just amazing. You just amaze me. I'm like, I'm just going to throw you the title of CEO and get out of here.
Oh, wow.
You're like, yeah,
wow.
right.
That he's a crazy man. See, my dad just fire. What's your saying that you do? You're like
ready, fire, aim.
But what do people say you should do?
Well,
no, people say ready, fire, aim. You just like fire, aim, ready. you just go.
I am a doer.
Yes, you are a doer. I love that. Natalia, how much is the revamp, please? So it does depend on your stores and like how much you've built, how much you've not built. So that's why definitely message support@launchcart.com and we can answer that there. So it does depend on what you've already built. Okay. So I just wanted to finish Francine because we were already going and rocking. So the only thing, honestly, that I had left for Francine was that your checkout page looks great, Francine. It's a great start. I would just add the same logo. So it's brand consistency everywhere. So get that same logo right there. I would probably put one of like this one maybe down below because you have a lot of images right here, which is great. But just on mobile, it actually looks different. So to utilize this section, I would add this or that right below the complete purchase. Because actually when they scroll down, they'll see that, right? And it's just like that little like, they're like, oh, okay, that's all I needed to really click complete. And then, like I said, I'd go that extra mile and create an image that says thank you. So, and I think, let me see, we did that on Rescue Joe, right? I want to, just to give another, so we're not always showing dope mamas. Let's see what we have in Rescue Joe's, just to give another visual. Oh, we did have an image, so it's gone. I'll have to go add it back. But, oh, it's right here. Oh, look. See, they put it below. So once I go in there, scrolling down, they're like, what's this cute little dog? Dogs really, if you're a dog person, if you're not a dog person, I'm judging you. Just kidding. I'm not judging you. But we are dog people over here. But the second you see a dog, like when Dad brought up the babies, right? How it just does something to like the brain. It's the same thing for dogs. It just does something.
And Candace, the reason I did that there is I was testing how it looked on mobile. I didn't put it back. But one of the things on mobile is the image does not show on mobile unless you hit that expand. Yeah. You know how you had to expand to see the thing? So
yeah, so like this on mobile, what he's saying, you guys, like, and it's pretty standard for every e-commerce platform. This is like you see like wherever you put the coupon, it's always like hidden, and then you have to put like add coupon or expand or something, and then that's where this shows on mobile. So that's why I was even telling Francine it's still great to put this below, because maybe if they're on mobile, they didn't expand it yet, they'll just see that here and it gives them that, trust, and they see that credibility, like, okay, I'm going to be okay. But look, and so see Rescue Joe, they're not only selling merchandise that's revolved around dogs, they're also raising money for different dog rescues. So if you have a store that you are doing the same thing, like you're raising money for a charity or foundation, definitely throw that image on the checkout page, reaffirming that and letting people know. So it's like your purchase is making a difference. Okay, so that's all I wanted to share. But everything else, Francine, looked great on your store. It's just now little tweaks. Okay, stop sharing. There we go. Okay, is there any last minute questions or comments? I do want to make an announcement. We do have a couple offers floating around. So we talked about the done for you offer, the revamp offer that is different, that's unique per client. So definitely message us. I just officially launched my mini course, my step-by-step course on how to launch your own merch store. So maybe if you haven't even built yours yet and you're watching this, message me and I can share the details on that. It's about, 18 videos, and it's just me guiding you step by step how to build your own merch store using print on demand and LaunchCart. So you can message support@LaunchCart if you're like, oh, I would love that mini course, and I'll send you information.
Where's the link? Drop the link do we have a link? Now, again, if you're a Launch Shops Partners program, you get access to it. And if you got involved with Profits.click with Candace and my son Josh, you get access to it. But for everyone else, this is good money. You got to, it just helps. Here's the one thing that we always want to try to coach too, right? It's like, and thank you so much for spending all your time today, because your time's the most valuable asset you have and you're spending with us, but you're increasing your skill set. And as you increase your skill set, you increase the amount of money you can make in the marketplace. The more skill sets you have, the more money you can demand. It's that simple, right? So you're making a good investment of your time to learn these skill sets. And a lot of our people, they do build stores for a living, and they make money building stores for people. And once they get real good at it with our Launch Shops Partners program, which we're going to be rolling out that again and open that back up. And that hasn't been opened up for a month or so. That's coming as well. So
yeah. So we have a lot. Yeah, so just to recap, like we have a lot, but just we're always trying to be here to give you guys the tools and resources because we want to help you with your success. Because when you win, we win, and vice versa. When LaunchCart wins, you win because we're always evolving and growing. So your feedback, your support means everything. I just dropped the link. So like I said, it's my mini course. If you are, just like I said, a Launch Shops student or you're a customer of Profits.click, you already have access to this. You don't need to get it. But I am having a 24-hour sale. I just launched it. So that's why I'm doing is a 24-hour sale at $97. Tomorrow it'll go up to its normal price, $297. So this is great for beginners, people who maybe even built the store and they need to just go through all my tips and tricks. It'll be in that course. Okay, Pops.
Okay, well, that being said, we thank you, everybody. Do what we do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them. You'll have a better day. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, bye, everyone.